Hello, dear students. In my previous video, I have covered about the basic concepts of quadratic equations. And now in this video, I will cover all the questions. I will solve them one by one of exercise 4.1 for you. Okay. So you can have a look, understand each and every question so that you become expert in quadratic equations. So we'll start with the quick revision and then we'll continue solving all the questions. This is to help you to quickly revise the quadratic equation concept. So let's see one by one. So first thing is that the general form of quadratic is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Always remember this general form where a, b, c are the constant which belongs to R and a not equal to 0 because if a becomes 0, it means that the term of x square becomes 0. It means that we cannot call it a quadratic equation anymore. And for every quadratic equation, there will be exactly two roots, right? And to find out the roots, those roots, we use this formula x equal to minus b plus minus under root in bracket b square minus 4ac upon 2a. It has like two signs plus minus. So once you put plus, you get the one root called alpha, and once you put minus, you get another root called beta. So this is how you can find both roots. And then to check the nature of roots, what we do, we use the discriminant like d is equal to b square minus 4ac. So we find the value of b square minus 4ac, and if it is positive, right, greater than 0, it means that roots are real and distinct. But if b square minus 4ac or d is equal to 0, it means that roots are real and equal. So it will have both root as a equal root. And third category is that when this d is negative, it means b square minus 4ac is negative or less than 0. It means there are no real roots. Okay. And this part you can ignore because this is like a complex number. So okay, so find out the sum of roots and the product of roots. Sum of root is basically minus b upon a. So what we do, we find the coefficient of x as b and coefficient of a x square as a. Then we put minus b upon it. That gives you the sum of roots. And to find the product of roots, we simply do a c upon a. C is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x square. Then suppose you are given the roots of a quadratic equation. To form a quadratic equation, what you do? You do like this: x square minus then sum of the root alpha beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. So these are the few points in 2-3 minutes you can revise before your examination. Now let's see the exercise. Now let's see the first question that says check whether the following are the quadratic equations or not, right? So we'll start with first equation and solve all the equations and try to see whether they are quadratic or not. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So first, let me minimize this. Okay, so first question of your exercise is one of one is basically it is the equation x plus 1 whole square x plus 1 whole square is equal to 2x minus 3, right? So on the face we cannot say, right? So we must expand these equations and try to find out the form, right? So the form of quadratic should be this one: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So if once you expand this equation and find equation in this form, then you can say that this is a quadratic or not. Okay, let's start on that. So now, because We know that it is basically the a plus b whole square, right? So we know that a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? So by this formula, we can expand this. So first term is x, so it becomes x square. Second term is 1, that is 1 square plus 2, a is x and b is 1, 2x1, okay, into is equal to, now what we can do, we can multiply 2 inside the bracket and open the bracket. So it will say 2x minus 6. Now here x square, 1 square is 1, then 2x into 1 is 2x is equal to 2x minus 6, right? So either you can cut 2x and 2x here, or maybe you can also bring this in this side. Okay, so I have cut this. So now, and also we can bring the minus 6 to the left hand side. So now you can see the equation become x square plus 1 plus 6, because minus is here, right? So once you bring it to left side, it become plus, is equal to 0. Now it is x square plus 7 is equal to 0. So what do you think, whether this is the quadratic or not? So if you expand, if you put in the standard form of the quadratic, it is like this: x square plus 0x plus 7 is equal to 0. And once you compare it from the standard form of the quadratic, it is ax square plus bx plus c, right? So in this equation, you can see there is no x term, right? X is 0, but we have x square. And if you remember from my previous video, the x square is the factor by which we determine whether the equation is quadratic or not. So we can say that because this equation is having uh, variable x with the maximum power of 2, that's why it is a quadratic equation. So we can say this is a quadratic equation, right? Yes. Answer would be yes. Now let's see the second question. Second question of this question, right? Second part. Second part. Second part says, I have your book open, so I can just write from there. So you can also see your book if you want. So x square minus 2x is equal to minus 2, then 3 minus x. So same procedure here also. First, we will expand this equation, right? So now you can see nothing to expand here. So x square minus 2x is good. Then now what we will do is multiply minus 2 inside this bracket. So minus 2 into 3 becomes minus 6. Now this minus become minus plus. Then 2x, right? Now bring all these terms from here to left hand side. So it become x square minus 2x. Now is minus 6. It goes left, so it becomes plus 6. It becomes minus 2x is equal to 0. Now you can combine the x together. So this becomes x square minus 2x minus 2x become minus 4x plus 6 is equal to 0. So here also we can see that the resulting equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we can say that this equation is also a quadratic equation. So answer should be yes. This is a quadratic equation. Now let's see the third part of this question, part 3. That is basically x minus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 3. So similarly and the same way, we'll multiply each term and then find out whether it is quadratic or not. So now let's multiply by x inside this. So x into x, it becomes x square. This x, this one, x into 1 becomes plus x. Minus 2 into x become minus 2x. Minus 2 into 1 become minus 2. Okay. Similarly, here also do the same thing. X square, then x into 3, 3x minus x and minus 3 because minus 1 into 3 minus 3. Now you can combine the terms which can be combined. So x square. Now this is plus x minus 2x. So this become minus x minus 2 is equal to x square. Now combine this also. This become 2x because this plus 3 is minus 1, right? So it become plus 2x minus 3. But now one thing you can notice here that we can basically simplify and cut square from both sides because they have the same coefficient, right? So I mean here also we have one, here also we have one. So we can cut both, right? So now what we see that our equation is left with like this minus x minus 2 is equal to 2x minus 3. Now if you bring all these terms to left hand side, right? So what will become? Minus x minus 2x, then minus 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. Ultimately, what we find? We find the minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, you can notice this equation does not have x squared term, right? It does not have. So, this is not a quadratic equation. This is simply a linear equation. So, because always remember the standard form of the quadratic, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and x square is must. So here what is happening? Here a is equal to 0. That's why there is no term of x square. So what we can say that this equation is not a quadratic equation. So answer should be no. This is not a quadratic equation. So uh, the main thing is that you have to solve the equation, simplify this, and check whether it has x square as a maximum power or not. Maybe there will be x square, but there might be x cube also, right? Let's see another question. Question number 4. So, part number 4, sorry. So, part number 4 says x minus 3. Then we have 2x plus 1 is equal to x into x plus 5. So all these questions, don't try to guess by seeing the equation. Always solve the last step, right? So again, we multiply this x in the whole equation. So x into 2x becomes 2x square. Then x into 1 becomes x minus 3 into 2x become minus 6x and then minus 3. Similarly, you multiply by x in the equation, this equation. So x into x becomes x square, open the bracket, then plus 5x, right? Now, what we will do? We will shift or move all the terms from right to left hand side, right? So what will happen? 2x square plus x minus 6x minus 3 minus x square minus 5x is equal to 0. Now identify the x square terms, right? So we see that we have x square here, x square here. If you add them, so it becomes the x square because this is a minus x square. So this becomes x square. Now combine the terms of x. So we see that we have x here, and x here. So we have minus 11x and plus x. It means we have the minus 10x. And there is only one term which is constant, that is minus 3 is equal to 0. So it is very well clear, I think now you guys that this is the quadratic equation because it has the x square term which is also the maximum power, right? I mean there is no another term which is having the power more than 2. That's why we can say that this equation is the quadratic equation. So this is very easy way, right? First, you have to solve the question, I mean that equation to the simplest form, and try to bring in the ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then you should always see that a is not equal to 0 and the power of x should be 2. Okay, so then we can say the equation is quadratic. So now let's test the next part. Question part. I'm sure that now you are very clear, but I will solve all the parts so that there is no doubt left. So question number 5 says 2x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 3 is equal to x plus 5 into x minus 1. So same way like we are doing, to multiply by 2x inside this, so it becomes 2x square, this and this, then this and this becomes minus 6x, then minus 1 become into x, minus minus plus, then 3. Now, same thing here. X into x becomes x square. X into minus 1 become minus x plus 5x and minus 5. Now, in similar fashion, we will move all the terms from right to left. So the sign will change, right? So let's start from here. 2x square minus 6x minus x plus 3. Now it becomes minus x square, this minus, so it become plus x, this is plus 5x becomes minus x, this minus 5 become plus 5 is equal to 0. Now what we will do, we'll combine all the same term, right? For example, we will see that we have x square here, x square here. They combine them, it becomes 2x square minus x square becomes simply x square, right? Now this is minus 7x. This is minus 7x. Then we have plus x and minus 5x, right? So we combine all the terms which are negative, that is minus 6x. Sorry. Okay, minus 6x minus 7x, then minus 12x, and plus x means minus 11x. Now combine these terms 3 and 5, they become the plus, it is equal to 0. So you again see that we have a term x square, which is the maximum power having 2. And so we can simply say that it is also a quadratic equation. So answer should be yes, it is a quadratic equation. Now let's see the sixth question. Sixth question is also similar. That is having the x square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 whole square. Now, I know that you are well aware that a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. It is known to everybody. If you don't know, please revise it. Okay. So now let's expand this equation. X square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to, now expand this, x square. Now this 2 square minus 2 into x into 2, 2ab, right? Then just x square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to x square, and 2 square is 4 plus 4 minus 2 to the 4, so 4x, right? So now we can see that, okay, x square terms have been cut, right? So now, okay, so you can solve it further. So it will solve further. It becomes basically this comes this side, so it becomes 7x and minus 3 equal to 0. So we can see that there is no term of x square. So x square is missing, right? So we can say that this equation is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So that's why it is not a quadratic equation. That is the answer for this part of the question. I hope it is clear because all questions are almost similar type. So, but I'm solving so that if anything else come, we understand. Now, see the seventh part of this question. So, seventh part, right? Uh, Yeah, seventh part. Yes, sorry. So seventh part is long. Okay, cube, right? So it says x plus 2 whole cube is equal to 2x x square minus 1. So now if you remember the formula of a plus b whole cube, okay, then you will be good, right? Otherwise, you will be not able to solve it further. And also, don't assume that this is having a cube, so it's not going to be a quadratic because we don't know. So best is to solve the whole equation till the last and then decide whether it is quadratic or not. So don't conclude very early in the question. That is you can say a suggestion or warning also, right? So a plus b whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. Okay. So please remember this formula so that you are not stuck when you see the cube, right? I know that student always forget this formula, but always remember these formula because they are very important in your question. So now with this formula we know now we can solve, we can expand this, right? So first term is x. So this become the x cube. Second term is 2, so it becomes 2 cube. Then 3 into a. A is x, so x square 2. Then we have 3 into x and 2 square, right? Equal to in next line. So we have 2x into x square. It means it become 2x cube, right? And then it become minus 2x. Now simplify the equation. So this becomes x cube and 2 cube is 8, right? 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So 2 cube is 8. Then we have this 3 to the 6 plus 6 x square. Then we have 2 square is 4, 4 3 is 12. So then we can say it is a 12x is equal to 2x cube minus 2x. Now bring all the term from the right side to the left side. So what we find, uh, we find that we have x cube plus 8 plus 6x square plus 12x minus 2x cube plus 2x is equal to 0, right? Now combine the all the cube. So we have x cube, we have minus 2x cube. It's basically minus x cube because 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Now combine the x square term, 6x square, only one term we have, right? So just keep it here, 6x square. Then combine the x term, so we have 12x and 2x, that become the 14x. So we have covered. Okay, now we have the constant left. So plus 8 is equal to 0. So I think we can't simplify it further, right? So in this term, in this equation, what we see, we see that we have a x cube, right? So presence of x cube itself is saying that this equation is not a quadratic, right? Not a quadratic, right? So so ultimately, what we can say that this is not a quadratic. So this becomes answer is no. Now let's see the eighth and the last part of this question. Question number 8. So it's also having a cubic. So x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 whole cube, right? So we see that we also have cubic here, like the previous question. We have a cubic here. So don't assume that it's not going to be quadratic. So always solve the whole equation then think that it's cubic or not. So, but now we have this a minus b whole cube. So as we know, or if you don't know, please remember this. A minus b whole cube is a cube. Then we have the minus b cube. Then we have minus 3a square b plus 3ab square, right? So this is the formula you should always remember. Okay. Now now we can expand this equation easily. So we can see that x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equal to this, expand it. So this become x cube minus 1 second, let me rub it, minus uh, 2 cube minus 3. A is what? A is 2. So x is square and b is what? 2. So this. Then we have plus 3a is x and b is 2. So we can say it's a 2 square, right? So now let's simplify this. So x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equal to x cube minus 8 minus 2, 3, 6, 6x, 6x square plus 2 square is 4, 4, 3, 12. So it means 12, right? So same way, we'll bring all the terms from right to left hand side. So all just one of the one thing here, right? We have x cube here. We also have x cube here, right? So what we can do, we can cut them, right? Like this. So now we will left with minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equal to, not equal to, let's bring all the term from right to left. So minus become plus. So it is plus 8 plus 6 x square and minus 12 x is equal to 0. Now what we'll do, we'll combine all the terms of x square together. So we see that x square is here, x square is here. So it become the 2x square because 6 minus 4 is 2. Now let's combine the x term. So we have minus 12x, we have minus x, so it becomes minus 13x. Then this become 9, right? So now we can see that we have a term of x square in this. And also it is confirming the standard form of the quadratic, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we can say that this is a quadratic equation. Now just think. Okay, when we started, we were seeing that okay, it is having the cube, then having the a minus b whole cube formula also. So it looked like it's not a quadratic. But see, after we have solved it, right, we found that it is a quadratic equation. So don't assume, but just by seeing the face of question, right, that it is having some power of cube or something else. So you say, no, 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 it's not quadratic, but you should always solve it completely till last and try to find out whether this confirms this form or not of quadratic. If it confirms with this form and a is not equal to 0, okay, so then you can say that this equation is a quadratic equation. So now we have completed the first part of first question of this exercise, right? Let's see the second part of second question of this exercise. Let me open my PDF. So yeah, 1 second. Yeah. So you can see here, right? Second question has four parts, right? So first part says the area of rectangular plot is this much, right? And length of plot in meters is one more than twice its breadth. Okay, so we have to basically form our quadratic equation. So let's try to form. Let me open my notes also. You can see, right? So yeah. So question number two, basically it says that it is having a rectangle. And rectangle and the length of the, suppose the breadth of this rectangle is x, right? Then the breadth, sorry, breadth is x, the length will be 2x, right? Because the question says that the length of plot in meters is one more than twice its breadth, right? So, I mean the second part, right? The first part of the second question. So now we know that the area of rectangle, right? Area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth, right? So area is given as the 528 meters square. So what we can do, we can put here 528. Then length is how much? Length is 2x and the breadth is x, right? So we multiply this. So it becomes uh, 528 is equal to 2x square. Now, or if we can bring this to right hand side, it becomes 2x square minus 528 is equal to 0. Okay, which is the quadratic equation. Why? Because it is having the power of x, which is the uh, 2. That's why we can say it is a quadratic equation. So I think it's very easy question and it's clear to you guys. So now let's see the second part of this exercise, question number two. So second question says the sorry, let me wait on. Yeah, second question says the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306, right? So the main key term here is consecutive, right? So if you understand the meaning of consecutive, then you will be good. So the key term here is consecutive. Consecutive means one after another. So suppose you have suppose number 6 and then number 7. It means that both 6 and 7 are consecutive, right? There is a gap of just one number. So if you think that one number is x, so next will be x plus 1, right? So that because it says both numbers are consecutive to each other. So and their product is given. So first you find out the numbers. So product is 306, right? So it means that if first number is x, second number will be x plus 1 because both are consecutive. Likewise, we have 6 and 7, right? So, for example, we have 2 and 3, both are consecutive, one after another. And their product is also given, which is 306. So, first number x into second number x plus 1, product is equal to 306, right? So this is very the way by which we can solve, right? So now, first, the main key term to understand in this question is to understand what is mean of consecutive. If you know that consecutive means, then simply take first number as x, second become the x plus 1, right? And the product will be x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. And then if you solve this, it becomes x square plus x is equal to 306 or x square plus x minus 306. Now you have got the quadratic equation and that's the objective of this problem, right? Now let's see the third part of this question. So third part is okay. Third part says Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him The product of the ages in years 3 years from now will be 360. Okay, find out the Rohan's present age. So now we have to find out the Rohan's present age. So how we'll start this question, right? So first, what we will do, uh, we will assume the age of Rohan, right? So let's assume age of Rohan equal to X, right? So age of Rohan is X. And question says, so you can say, okay, R, Rohan age is X, current, right? Current age. Everything is current right now. Okay. And Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. So his mother age at the current time will be 26 plus X, right? Because if if Rohan's age is X, then her mother age will be 26 plus X, current age, right? Because she is 26 years older than Rohan. But now question says that the product of their ages 3 years from now. Okay, 3 years from now. So it means that uh, what? Let me open my note. Okay. So yeah. So 3 years from now, it means that is the current age, right? So after 3 years, Rohan after 3 years, right? Rohan's age will become X plus 3, right? So he will be 3 years older. So after 3 years, similarly, her mother will also grow older. So her age will be 26 plus X plus 3 after 3 years. So mother's age will be 26, sorry, 29 plus X, right? 29 plus X. So now we have got the age of Rohan after 3 years is X plus 3. Mother's age is 29 plus X. And question says the product is 350, right? So what we'll do? Simply multiply X plus 3 into X plus 29 is equal to, and product is 360, right? So this is the age of Rohan after 3 years. This is the age of mother after 3 years from current, and product is 360. So what we do? First we have to in all the age questions, don't be confused, don't be frightened. Just start from the current, right? So current age of Rohan is X, and his mother is 26 years older than him. So the current age of mother will be 26 plus X. And now questions after 3 years, what will happen? After 3 years, Rohan become 3 years older. So the age will become X plus 3. Mother's age will become again plus 3. So now you find out this age of mother. Then what we'll do? We multiply both numbers, this and this, and find out the equation. So once you expand this, we'll find a quadratic. So that's how the objective of this question. Okay. So now let's see the last part of this question. So fourth part, let me open where it gone. Yeah, so let's read it. A train travels a distance of 480 kilometer at uniform speed. So distance of given is equal to 480 kilometers. Okay, write down the information whatever you see in the question. First step. If the speed had been 8 kilometer less, so let's assume the speed is equal to v, right? Initially the initial speed was not theta, it look like theta, not theta, it is v, right? V. So, and then what happened that if speed has been less than 8 kilometer, so uh, speed is v minus 8. If that was the case, then it would have taken 3 years more to cover the same distance. So 3 hours more distance to cover the whole distance, right? So let's see how it goes. So if you know that the formula to find speed, right? Just remember the formula. Speed is equal to distance upon time, right? So when speed when speed was v, right? When is let me okay when speed was v, it means v is equal to distance is 480 kilometers. So it is 480 upon time. Suppose time is t1. Okay, time is t1. So what we'll do? We'll transpose it. So we'll cross multiply like this. So this goes here, this goes here. So it becomes v into t1 is equal to 480, and we found it t1 is equal to 480 upon v. Equation number 1. Right. Now what it says, the speed, if speed was less by 80 kilometer per hour. So now if we assume the speed was v minus 8, but speed was less, but distance was same, right? It's 480 kilometers distance, right? And time should be maybe t2. Time is changed. So what we'll say? V minus 8 velocity, speed is equal to distance is same, time is t2. Okay, just assume t2. Similarly, again multiply this with this. So v minus 8 into t2 is equal to 480. Now t2 is equal to 480 upon v minus 8. Equation number 2. So question says, if you remember, the question says that the time would have taken 8 hours more, right? It means that because speed has decreased, time has increased. So T2 is greater than T1, because when you cover the same distance at lower speed, you are bound to take more time. So what we will do? We will say, because T2 and T1 difference is how much? This is 3 hours given in the question. So what? Now put these values here. So 480 upon v minus 8 minus t1 is how much? 480 upon v is equal to 3. Okay. I have taken v. Okay. So don't think all quadratic equations are with x. Okay. It is a variable. You can take any variable as per your convenience. So don't be confused why sir has taken the v here. Okay. So you can take any alphabet, A, B, C, D, any alphabet. Okay. But my point is that take the variables which are like more relevant to question, right? You can take x, y also, but normally in science we represent velocity or speed as v, right? So yeah, so now what we will do, you can solve it. So what we will do, we will take a LCM here, v minus 8 and v LCM. Then we find out that a 480 v minus 480 v minus 8 is equal to 3, right? So I think it's now an easy question for you. Because we have solved so many questions like this, and now it's like the same equation to you. So now you can simplify this whole equation. You have to multiply and combine the terms of v square together, v together, and constant together, right? So I think with this question, I have covered the whole exercise. So that the key takeaway from this exercise is that The quadratic equation is always is the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And if you have a should not be equal to 0, right? So this is how you represent the quadratic equations, and this is how we can solve all the questions, right? So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video. And if you have any questions or doubt, and if you want me to explain again any question, please put in the comments. I'm happy to again repeat the questions or concepts. Thank you very much.